Behind this door right here is the M4 GT3 car that we've been building for the last 8 months. We purchased this car over a year ago and we've been modifying it along the way until I had the opportunity to get my hands on an authentic BMW M4 GT3 body kit. Whoa! It's been away for over 2 months and today it's finally ready, so the boys went down to SOS Customs to pick up the car.
Is it literally right
It's literally right there. I didn't mean to look at it. I cheated. It looks great.
You look.
To look at.
I got like enough of a glimpse for the image to be in my head.
Okay, it's closed now.
I see his eyes. He's like, I'm not looking.
The car's just like,
Yeah.
I said don't look. I said don't look.
I stayed here till like 2:30 yesterday, polishing the outside. I didn't get to the inside yet. All right, so.
We have an air nozzle.
Okay.
I also watched you blink separate eyes right now. I know you're tired. You're like, look.
Ready?
Let's go.
My God.
Dude.
Wow, it's a mirror, dude. Holy shit.
How to do it to him, you know?
Whoa.
Dude, the fit on everything.
Whoa.
The gap.
Dude. Wow. Oh, that's so sick.
Dude, I'm dumbfounded right now.
Wow. Dude.
I like every little detail, like we talked about it a lot. I think the vision was just completed. You guys smashed it. Like every little relief of the carbon that's revealed, the scoops in the front.
Even to this little detail of leaving the inside pocket of this vent exposed carbon.
Just how the air catch sits with the paint. You know, you saw it on carbon. It was just insane. Oh, proximity sensors. I forgot that this bumper is not factory bumper. Do you guys have air jacks? Yeah. Is your tank matched to the car? Yeah. This tank has a better paint job than literally anything I've ever owned. And it's an air tank.
Oh, it's a game changer in the sunlight.
Holy shit, man. I guess to some extent we did this and they did this. I want to give all the credit to SOS though, man. This is insane.
This car is truly something else. Oscar and the team at SOS absolutely killed the paint job, making this our 6th SEMA build together from the 458 GT3, Twin Turbo Huracan, the Street Hunter Mark V, C8, 400Z, and BRZ, and until now, probably the most outrageous one yet. But with a car this nuts, you always run into a few annoying inconveniences.
Stop. He needs to come out of the driveway almost sideways. Those diffuser fins are uncomfortably low though. Keep coming.
After tackling the grueling task of backing this car out of a relatively flat driveway, the next thing is watching my friends load my most expensive build to date into a trailer that isn't meant for a car as wide as a GT3 Cup car.
This is by far the most anxiety I've had loading a car ever.
You're good, clear.
After properly securing the beast of a car down, the only thing left was for the boys to head back to the shop where I was impatiently waiting to finally see this car with paint on it for the first time.
Alright.
Should I come look?
She's coming down.
Should I come look? Oh, I'm so nervous to see it. Holy shit, dude. Oh my, it like brings a tear to my eye, man.
Come on. Come look at the details.
Holy shit. You want to pull it in the sun? You want to back out? The front end is pissed off. Oh, I needed this today. 30 minutes prior to this moment, I was sitting by myself waiting for Sabrina to get out of surgery. Coming to see this car and get a sweet break of reality was super rewarding, and it's a moment I don't think I'm ever gonna quite forget. This is like my dream car. That interior, that spec, that color. Can't ask for a much more aggressive looking car than that. And this is the first time I've heard the exhaust too. And that's great because I didn't want it to be like just stupid loud. Yeah, rev it. Oh, okay. It's still really loud, but it's very good, very tame. It looks factory. It looks like if they gave the option to spec this, that is baller. Oh my gosh. I know, wait when there's an actual wing on there. Holy shit. And it's still missing everything. Like just wait till it has everything, the wheels, suspension, the wing. I feel like I don't even know whose car this is. In honor of the M4 coming back to the shop, we just dropped the brand new M4 GT3 t-shirt that's live on thehuntingcompany.com. Every $1 spent on the store gets you one entry towards winning the R34 GTT that just got out of paint and is now looking just like the GTR. Oh, hey! Who designed this? This is great. Me, I designed it. Buy it now. I didn't design it, but click the links down below. Go get an M4 t-shirt. Okay, bye! Oh, it's sick, man. Wow. As many of you guys know, I wasn't supposed to be in today's video. You probably will not see me in tomorrow's video. Sabrina is currently in surgery right now, and while I was just waiting around kicking rocks, stressing out and just being anxious, the boys texted me and said the M4 was here if I wanted to come and see it. I'm really glad that I did. I'm not in a great mood today, and seeing this car filled me up, kind of recharged me a little bit, and it's helped distract me, which I think I really needed. This thing is amazing. To be honest, I wasn't gonna show you guys the car. I told Anthony, I was like, black and white the thing, don't show him anything. You guys have been along for this whole entire journey, and you guys have been asking to see this car so much that I decided I wasn't gonna tease you guys or rob you guys of the content, and we're gonna show you guys the car in its entirety. We won't have the finished product of everything on the car till SEMA, so you have to wait for that video coming next week. But I'm gonna be heading out of here. I hope you guys love this car as much as I do. The boys in the shop have worked their ass off. The boys at SOS worked their ass off, and without all of their help, this wouldn't be possible, and this car wouldn't even be making it to SEMA. I just wanna say shout out to my boys, shout out to my team. I'm gonna be heading out of here, going back to the hospital, and I know they're gonna hold it down. I'll be reading the comments in this video. I hope you guys really enjoyed the car. This video was filmed over a few different days, and I'd like to take a moment and just say thank you to everyone in the comment section who reached out praying for Sabrina. To the current time of me filming this, Sabrina is out of surgery, she's at home, and she is healthy, and we are after a speedy recovery. So I just want to give my thanks and love to everyone in the comment section who said a prayer for her. But now to the matter at hand. In less than 2 days, this car needs to be loaded up in our hauler and transported all the way to Las Vegas, Nevada for the world's largest automotive show, SEMA. But we have one issue. In order for us to run the 18-inch wheel that we have to run in order to run the dedicated tire size that we want to run on this car, we had to upgrade our brakes in the front to AP Racing brakes. Now these brakes are better brakes, and they actually have a smaller rotor diameter. I don't know what it is. Let's just call it 372. So they're smaller, just enough to where you can barely fit the 18-inch wheel over the front. So this is the lightest caliber.
It's the Radical.
Feel how light that is.
3D mill.
Dude, that's crazy.
Dude, this is
Fine metal to take out, they did.
this is insane. Oh my gosh. No way.
Yeah.
It looks like AI designed it or something.
Well, you pick that up with ease.
Oh yeah. I mean, if
no,
you
they're light.
hold the BMW caliper compared to that, you'll notice a pretty big difference. Oh, we have a scale. I want to give a little shout out to Sean from Mashimaro. He was able to get these brakes for us, and AP Racing actually gave us a little discount on these. Yeah.
That's unheard of.
Yeah, I know. I still paid thousands for them, don't get me wrong. Sean told them it was for us going on this car and it was going to be at SEMA, and they were like, that's cool, enjoy a little kickback, and they gave, I think I got like 10% off or something.
Our air jacks are AP Racing. It's hard to find places to buy them.
Not sponsored.
It's hard to find them to purchase them. They just go, we know what we have. If you want it, you'll come find us.
So the brake fluid comes in here, and it's like straight shot to this one piston. And then these little bridges are the only way that the brake fluid transfers all the way around the caliper. That's so sick.
Pull it out. Wait for the hat.
They're 372s. Sorry.
It looks like 372 to me.
My name is.
372.
Crazy guess, right?
372. Weird.
You guys get the point. Upgrade the brakes to the big boy race spec only because the race spec caliper has weight savings, and in that is a much slimmer caliper that allows us to have a smaller diameter wheel to fit over the whole brake component in general, allowing us to run the amazing tire setup that we think this car needs.
First of all, Olin's is the only coilover I know of that has the height adapter on the bottom, an actual adjuster here as well. Satisfying click. We also have new offset bushings that pushes the coilover outboard more. And then my favorite part, which you saw on the other coilovers, I think. Oh, please, Lord, let it still be in here. Ian, do you have it?
What?
The height adjuster?
No, that's gone. You threw
F
it away.
you. No,
I watched
no,
him,
I did not.
I watched him throw it away.
He probably put it inside. He probably
threw
put
it
it
in the trash.
inside of himself. Ian, give it to me. So this pin wrench, this is so much better than the lock collar wrenches that you have on every other coilover. We're gonna take all these and throw them on all four corners now.
Taking off the struts is rather easy. The first thing that needs to be done is we need to take off the rotors, which has a set screw that you can take off from the hub. Once that is off, you can go ahead and lower the top bolts on the top hat, which allows you to swing the strut arm down, which gives you more access to the back side of the strut where it connects to the hub. BMW has a very specific way of slipping the strut into the hub. I personally hate it. It does take a lot of work.
Oh, look at Ian. Damn, my boy.
Oh
Damn,
man,
my boy.
that was scary.
And pulling that out can be very scary, so we're gonna be very careful in doing it on the other side.
These shocks, real small, real low. This threaded portion still protrudes into the cast knuckle further than we want, and we're bottomed out currently. So what I'm gonna do is if you put the camera in here, see that little nub right there? That nub, it's going away. From the factory, it gives the shock a nice stopping point to rest on the knuckle with the clamping force of the knuckle. But with the top collar from Olin's, we don't really need that as much. So I'm gonna try to make minimal mess as possible, which is gonna be really tough.
This is definitely not the best tool to be using for this job, but there's not a lot of options when it comes to tight spaces like this, so it did take about 30 minutes. But once that was done, we were able to put the car back together. This is comprised of slipping the strut back up, putting all 4 bolts back into the strut, and you're done. And I have to give credit where it's due. Olin's does an amazing job at making a product that not only works beautifully, but looks beautiful. Now moving on to the rear, it's a little bit different from the front, but it's actually a little bit easier. You'll notice that the suspension setup in the rear is actually divorced. It's comprised of the strut, which is just a few bolts on the top, and you're able to pull down from the hub and slip the strut from out of the vehicle. Once that is removed, it's an easy slip from the helper spring and that falls right out. But we did have one issue. Now you have to remember, we are trying to get the M4 GT3 to sit as low as possible. And with the factory suspension setup, there is an arm that hits the chassis with this new custom Olin setup. So it's time to do something about that.
We are assembling the rear suspension. We're trying to get the car as low as we can. That's our goal. This arm doesn't have a bunch of curve in it, and so it hit the chassis right under the M. I think that's it sitting on the chassis. What we did is we had some SPL arms around from the Supra. That's actually 2 sets of Supra arms put together. It's got a more drastic curve down here. It clears it much better. I think we got like a solid inch of up travel out of it before it hits again. This is so low.
Yeah, I want everyone to know. You farting? Okay, that's not.
Gummy worms? Gummy worms?
I'm gonna be honest.
That's
Dylan's
Dylan's workstation.
I'm gonna tell. No. I'm gonna be honest.
What the f?
That video is a segue for another video that Calvin showed me that we can't talk about.
When installing the new AP Racing brakes, it's vital that you heat up the original studs that hang off from the hub. When you heat it up, it allows the metal to become a little bit softer and it makes removing studs much easier, and we have no risk of stripping anything. Once that is removed, we move on to installing the AP Racing caliper bracket. This bracket allows the caliper to sit even a little bit closer than the factory setup, which is what we need because these brakes are vital to be smaller so we can fit the new 18-inch wheels over the whole entire brake assembly. And once we had the brakes set up on, all we had to do was reinstall the new Öhlins coilover and we were done. Now this is the vision we had from the very beginning of this build. The details from the AP Racing brakes to the bright colors of the Öhlins suspension is the perfect setup.